and how much fun we'll have in the fall when the interesting part of the WNBA season. Discuss the main basketball league, and not forget EuroBasket. We'll start our news with it now. Let's start with the TFB even left with half a tooth missing. They'll also play the Israeli national team, and Doncic's team faces the strong Belgian team. I liked how Luka answered the question about changes in his game after losing weight. He said there's no significant difference. Maybe he gets less tired. Comments confirmed Doncic's defense hasn't improved. The Serbian national team secured its spot out of the group stage, winning all 3 of their first games. The Czech team shouldn't be an obstacle, but Schengen could prevent Jokic from finishing first in Group A. His Turkish national team is tearing through opponents confidently. By the way, 3 wins in 3 games. The Houston center was extremely close to a triple-double tonight, putting up 23 plus 12 plus 9. But since the game against the Czech Republic was ending in a blowout, Ercan Ataman decided not to risk his star player by giving him many minutes at the end. The head coach of the Turkish national team noted that Schengen will get his triple-double and, interestingly, if the center played for Panathinaikos instead of the NBA, they would beat Houston. A bold statement. We didn't see another star from our favorite league on the court yesterday. I'm talking about the Greek national team's leader, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He rested against the Cyprus national team, which wasn't a problem for the Greeks, so he could play at full strength tonight against a much more serious Georgian team. In the game against Italy, Giannis scored 31 points. Can he handle it tonight? Georgia will be more fired up, having just lost to the Italians, but like the Greeks, everyone except Giannis will be playing 2 days in a row is tough, especially with national team matches being very physical. Some players have complained about the schedule, but everyone is in the same boat. By the way, it's not just us watching the Greek national team's game, but also Doc Rivers. He said he likes how teams use Giannis, and that throughout his career. He's stolen plays he's seen. This EuroBasket is rich in interesting set plays. If all the players feel good, the Clippers will be champions, or at least capable of competing for serious achievements next season. But without leaders who are sometimes unavailable, you have to play a different kind of basketball. We've figured out Tyronn Lue's recipe. Get injury-prone veterans to play in turns, eliminating back-to-backs. Add an older veteran who can play all 82 games. That's exactly what Tyronn Lue said about Chris Paul, who will have to teach the young guys how to be professionals during this season. Those young guys, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Chris Dunn, Kawhi, whom we've mentioned, an excellent plan for the Clippers. Reviving interest in the All-Star game is simpler if players are tougher, and it's easy. The idea is simple and clear. If LeBron and Steph compete for real, we'll watch. But how do you make them do it? Jalen said he's ready to get in on it and would have tried to compete hard at the last ASG if he had been given more minutes. He promises to show everyone next year what the All-Star game can. How did we jump from EuroBasket to the NBA so quickly? Let's not forget the last group and return to it. Also are the leaders playing in North America. I like the Lithuanian national team and their basketball style, but they were a class below the German team, where Dennis Schroeder took over the game. Here he scored 26 points. The most discussed moment of his participation was, as Schroeder later said, monkey noises directed at him from the stands. The organizers did a great job quickly identifying those who made noises. The unruly spectators were removed and banned from attending further EuroBasket matches. Schroeder later expressed great respect for both the Lithuanian team and its fans, but noted that, unfortunately, such incidents occur globally, recalling Vinicius. Let's hope such incidents won't happen again, and the Lithuanian team returns to winning and setting record. In the last news segment, we discussed the rebounding record. In the previous match, this team also broke the EuroBasket record for assists with 35. Soon they'll reach the scoring. Lauri Markkanen's 43 points against Great Britain is the tournament's best performance and matches his 22 record. The match against Montenegro was productive with 26 points and 13. Now the Finnish national team has only 2 games left against Lithuania and Germany, and both could become highlights of the group stage. And now let's return to news more related to the NBA. And here's a rather unexpected story that Dawn Staley could have become the coach of the New York Knicks. On the Post Moves podcast, She said that she interviewed for the position, and if she had been offered the job, she would have had to accept it because, as she put it, it would have opened the door of opportunity for women in sports. I have no doubt about Dawn's coaching. She led the University of South Carolina women's team to 3 championships. Watching how women are breaking into coaching is inspiring. For example, Becky Hammon, now in the WNBA, was an assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs. Another striking example is Jessica Campbell, the first female coach on an NHL team's bench last season. There are more such stories worldwide, and it's great if it's real competition and the best person wins. But you have to agree with Dawn, who said becoming an NBA coach would have likely ruined her life, because neither she nor anyone else, not the fans, not the journalists, had dealt with that. It would be a lot of pressure, and she doesn't know if she could have handled it emotionally. But I wouldn't mind seeing it, even as an experiment. Did you hear Jeremy Lin retired? Yes, it just happened. Many will be surprised to learn he was still playing, since we haven't watched him for a long time, at least in the NBA. He last appeared there in 2019, the same year he won a title with the Raptors. After that, he played in China and Taiwan, though he tried returning to a North American court in 2021. Lin, 37, said he was ready to end his basketball story long ago, but delayed it because it was the hardest decision of his life.